All right. So okay, so testing, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2. All right. Okay, we are live, right? So, firstly, welcome to everyone who has decided to join this meeting. I'm quite excited for us to be discussing today's topic because I believe that it is an absolute game changer. It's a game changer of note. Once you realize this and discover this for yourself, I honestly believe your life will never be the same again. Remember, this is something that I had to experience as well. Being lost in what many people would have called the wilderness. I mean, people have given up on me. That's cool. And I know that a lot of people have gone through the same sort of stage. You know, people who are ambitious, people who are after something, they all go through the same things. So once I discovered this secret or this idea, it was a game changer for me, and it's something that I carry on to this day. It's something that I still believe in, something that I still apply, and I think I will forever apply it as well. But yes, that's it. So we are discussing today the ultimate secret to success. What is it? What is it? That's the question that I want to know. Mr. Dean, I see that you are live with me. Yes, sir. Is there any way that you can contribute to today's session? Let me know. Maybe just speak on the topic, ask questions. You can text as well. That's another way that you can get involved. But yeah, so the room, right, is actually a very interactive session. So we speak it out, we discuss it. You have your own thoughts, I have my own thoughts. We're just going to try and influence each other. No competition necessary, but definitely just add value. That's our aim here. So we want to add value, add value, add value. So if you are available, Mr. Dean, maybe just turn your video on, bro. Maybe chat in the text box. in the chat box. And then, yeah, contribute. We are still waiting for a couple of people. So I think what I will do is just give everyone a chance to log on, and we'll actually start in about 2 minutes. Let's give it 2 minutes. Let's see what happens in the next 2 minutes. If not, we carry on, right? We carry on and we share the game-changing information. So yeah, that's about it.
Hola, bro. I'm going to tune into tonight's one again. I'm busy at work now as I'm busy.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. No stress. No stress, no stress, no stress. So I like the fact that there are like two different options available. So you can tune into anyone that suits you best. Because remember, that's what the program is about. This is the ambassador's journey. The program is literally designed around you. You are in a position where you are now taking control of your life. You are doing whatever it is that you need to do to make yourself a success, you know? There we have someone else there. I think that's Mr. Keenan. Dude, you know, why when you come on, it doesn't show your name, it just shows your number. Okay, I know Mr. Keenan is also busy. So yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. We have 1 more minute to wait, and then we shall begin. We shall begin this knowledge dropping, this game-changing information. Yeah, give it about 1 more minute. Boom. I think let's start. Let's start. Let's get into this. Yes, some good information that's about to be shared. So the topic of discussion is what is the ultimate key to success? And I'm going to give you guys my take on it, my belief. Um, yes, I'm just going to give you my perspective on it. And yeah, I think you guys can join in as soon as you are ready. But okay, cool. So, what is the ultimate key to success, people? What is it? So many times, let me give some backdrop. So many times people put uh, their success or their ability to succeed in things, right? Or even in people, which is very dangerous because you can't control things really. You can't control even people. You can't control what the response might be. You can't control whether they are going to do exactly what they said they would do. Right. So you find a lot of times you start a project and now you are dependent on someone else to do something and they never do it. So what does that mean for the project? What does that mean for your idea, for your project? It fails, right? That's because people did not do what they were supposed to do. Right. And that happens a lot. That happens a lot. People come up with amazing ideas, with amazing strategies, but the problem they have is they tend to put it in other people's hands. So as soon as that happens, right, people are busy. Maybe people forget. Maybe people are not really willing. Maybe they're not that invested in your idea or invested into the project that you are starting. So as soon as you put your success, your ability to succeed, you put the strategy to succeed in that person's hand, that idea dies. And it will die over and over and over and over and over again. Another thing that people tend to do is put their ability to succeed in things, whether it be their mobile phone, whether it be their car, whether it be this investment that they wanted to make. I don't know, right? People have different ways of doing things. But the problem is when you put your ability to succeed in that thing. The problem, let me give you the exact problem, right? The problem is that you might never accomplish that thing that you spoke about, or that thing that that you that you need, and maybe your phone battery died. I don't know, maybe your phone died and now you can't succeed because you don't have a phone, right? So these are all the scenarios that people are using, or that people are, sorry, there's someone joining. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Mr. Jordan, I know you're going to be chatting, sir, so please do drop your comments in the box. The question is, what is the ultimate secret to success? That is the question, Mr. Jordan. So get involved, participate, share your insight, share your knowledge, share your perspective. That's what we want to hear. So as I was saying, right, as soon as you put your ability to succeed in something or someone, when that something doesn't happen, or when that something breaks, or when that someone doesn't do what they are supposed to do, your ability to succeed is then destroyed completely, right? And people do this for everything, man. I'm telling you, people don't want to start projects because they feel they need to go to school first, right? So they say, I will do this thing, I'll start this business, I'll succeed in this business when I go to school, or I will succeed in my job, or I will get that promotion when I go to school, right? Or maybe they have an idea of, no, I first want to get to level X before I start my business. And the reality is, you really can't control those things. You know, you can't control external factors. You have zero control over it. Just like the wind, you have no control over the wind. So why put your ability to succeed in the wind? It doesn't make sense, right? You instead want to put your ability to succeed where you can control that thing. And I'm going to give you the secret. But before I get to the secret, I see Mom Layla has joined the call. Jordan has also joined the call. Dean is also involved in the call. If you guys can't chat, if you can't turn on your video, that's okay. But I would encourage you to chat in the text box. Chat, 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 chat. And share your contribution and share your knowledge. So I'm going to give you the game changer for me. And when I discovered this, I became absolutely self-confident. No sound. Is it no sound on my side or no sound on your side? I'm just checking the chat box over here. No sound. Okay, is it on my side or yours? Okay, cool. Mr. Jordan can hear you. So, Mam Leila, that's on you. I think just check if you can join your audio to the call. That will help. Then you should be able to hear and participate. Let's see. Okay, cool. So, Mom, I think you should be fine now. Join the. There you go. Can you hear me now? Okay, still can't hear. Can try joining audio. Okay, let's say I'm busy chatting and giving advice, but the person can't hear. um, Join the audio. Okay, cool. Join the audio. Okay, cool. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna carry on in the meantime. So this is the game-changing knowledge, right? Um, Still no sound. Um, that's very weird. Okay, cool. No, so I know it's on your side. Sorry, let me just try and sort this out. Mm, sorry. Is it cool? Okay, power. So the topic, as we are discussing, is what is the ultimate key to success, right? So the backdrop that I gave was a lot of people tend to put their ability to succeed in things or people, or they first want to achieve something before they can begin to achieve or begin to be successful in their own project or their own idea. The problem that people then might run into, right, is that they might never get to that stage. They might never get a college degree. You know, they might never get to a certain level or position in their job, or they might the person that they're entrusting to help them with the project might never come to the party. So because of those factors, people then don't become successful because they haven't started whatever they wanted to start. But what I'm going to do right now is give my own perspective, and Mom, you can join in after this. The ultimate key to success for me is, I think I'm going to hang it there. Mom, what is your ultimate key to success? Yes, let's go. Let's go. What do you think it is? What do you think it is?
Okay, just practicing this past few days, it is absolutely self-confidence. When you're absolutely sure about yourself, you go out there and you make things happen.
Okay, so let me then ask you a question. How do you get to that point of being self-confident?
Practice. For me, I've just found that, you know what, using the skills that you've helped me get to, you know, foreseeing the situation, visualizing it, and basically saying, okay, you know what, I know I can go out there and make this happen. And I put it to practice, and I visualize, and I go out there and I say, okay, today this is going to be done, and I absolutely succeed.
So that's incredible, right? Because for me, you and I now, we agree on the same point. The ultimate key to success, people, is yourself. That's it. If you can come to that realization and that understanding that you are what it takes, or you are what you need to succeed, you can achieve anything then, right? Because immediately you're putting all the objectives and all the variables away from you, because you can't control variables. That's what they are, they're variables. They change all the time. So if you put your ability to succeed in a variable, that variable might be here today and gone the next day. But what you can count on and what you can guarantee is your own self. It's your own ability to make things happen. It's your own desire to make things happen. It's your own ideas. It's your own thought processes. It's your own work, right? So I know, Mom, you've been doing some pretty incredible stuff recently. Maybe you can share how having that sort of information and that knowledge that you are responsible here, how has that contributed? And also maybe give us some backdrop on what the success is.
Oh gosh, okay, that's a big one. But anyway, okay, so you know, just having learned what I've learned through this journey, for now, I've just put that to practice. I was, you know, adding on social media and everything, but I was actually branding my company that I work for, and very little to do with me. And now when I've put my personal touch into it and people start getting to know who I am, I'm finding that they want to work with me because of who I am, my abilities, and just coming up with new out of the box kind of thinking, like the 30-day campaign, for example. Let me just brief everyone else. The 30-day campaign is selling houses in 30 days. I've succeeded to sell a house in 4 days. I've succeeded to sell a house in 18 days. And yesterday tops it all. I sold the house before I put it on the market. So
that's great. That's great.
So I'm just, you know, right now, I don't have challenges with what I'm doing. I'm so and I'm excuse the French, cocksure about myself right now, that I'm absolutely amazed at what I can do because I believe in myself. Before it was like, oh, you know what, I'm hanging on to Property Bees. Property Bees is the brand, and I have to be under a brand. If I had the capital right now, based on what I know about myself, I would go out there and make another, open up another company and run on my own strength.
That's really cool. Well done on that, though. So I have a question, right? What are some of the obstacles that you had previously compared to, and what were some of the obstacles that you had previously? That's one. And then also, what were some of your solutions to those obstacles before you understood that you are your own secret to success?
Okay. Thank you, Jordan. Okay. So, what are the obstacles? Okay. with property, it's very difficult to actually figure out the client, figure out what they exactly need, and you kind of miss certain things.
Okay.
And I've started listening, like really
Okay.
listening what they want from me. And with that, I kind of like jot down everything and find them precisely what they want.
Okay.
And the obstacles was I was working under a brand that actually belonged to someone else. The brand belonged to the principal, Yaku, and
Mm-hmm.
Yaku kind of made a name for himself over 14 years.
Mm.
Um, so, you know, having to compete with that was difficult. So I started making my own T-shirts without the brand, without the Property Bees brand. I've
Yeah.
made my own T-shirts. I've gone and put my name at the back and in the front.
Mm.
Like I did some really crazy things like mascara, heels, and soul signs.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
I
Okay.
kind of took it to another level,
Okay.
and I've seen success in that. I forgot
Okay,
what the
cool.
second was.
It's okay. You kind of answered both. Kind of. But I think that's really incredible. And maybe, Mr. Jordan, you can also give some insight here. And Dean as well, if you are available to chat, I know you are busy. You'll join in again tonight, so that's cool. But Mr. Jordan, maybe you can also maybe give some insight about, because you are now, based on our conversations and even based on our relationship, it has changed drastically compared to, let's say, a year ago compared to now. And there's just certain things that I've seen in your character development, like the way that you speak about yourself. I remember this because when I brought you an idea before, I'm just going to be honest, bro, before it used to be, okay, cool. So what do we do? When are we starting? Um, will it work? When now the last time I spoke to you about the idea was, okay, let's do this, man. I am capable. I am able to do this, and we're going to do it. We're going to make a success of it. So that's very different, right? So, Mr. Jordan, maybe you can give some insight as to how having this understanding, or firstly, even do you agree that you are your ultimate secret to success? Do you agree? And maybe if you do agree, tell us how that has shifted things in your life. Maybe you can give us some real-time examples as well in the chat box. So I'm going to just give Mr. Jordan a chance to chat. So I want to give my take on this as well, right? I absolutely agree with you, Mom, that you are your ultimate secret to success, right? Because when I'm going through, let me not say I'm going through stuff, but when you are on a journey to somewhere, you have to face obstacles, right? So a lot of the obstacles that I have seen is in people. And the thing is, it's in people that I never thought would be an obstacle. They are suddenly an obstacle. And you are like, what in the world is going on? You are supposed to be supporting me. You are supposed to be, like, yeah, do your thing and live your dream. But no. So if I was dependent on that person's thought, I would have never started what I've started now. And it would have never have been able to make the impact that it has been making now. And now I have so much confidence that this idea of mine is gold, that I'm actioning it. And now people are actually supporting that action, which I think is pretty cool. And the fact that it's actually making an impact on people, I think that's really, really special as well. But beyond that, the point that I'm trying to make is if I had listened to people as I previously did, when I was in the sports space, I would first get permission from 10 people before I would take action. I would first go and consult, yeah. And if people told me, no, I wouldn't do it. And my idea would then die. But as soon as that mindset changed and I said, no, screw this, I'm going to do it. And I'll give you an example as well. I became an author. I decided that I'm going to write and publish my book within 2 weeks. I went to two published authors themselves, and these are authors who are working with other authors to get their book done. And the information that I got from them was, no, do not do it. You are going to ruin your brand. That was the message that I got from them, right? And if I just think now, if I had actually taken that information, if I didn't have self-confidence, if I didn't have this idea that I need to back myself and what I believe in and what I'm able to do, the book firstly would have never been done. I've published 2 books now since then. I'm actually going to publish a third, which is a manual, which is 3. Started everything that I've started. And it's simply because what? I believe in myself. I believe in my own ability to do whatever it is that I need to do. Right. And I think this is really cool because, Mom, you had this idea of a 30-day campaign. I am so sure, right? If they had told people this, they would have been like, what? Are you crazy? Agents usually take a 3 month, it's a 3 month mandate, right? That's what they take.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, so on average, it takes about 3 months then to maybe sell a house. You want to sell it in 30 days. That's crazy. And not only are you doing it in 30 days, you are now doing it in 4 days. You are now doing it in not even one day. But it's what you are doing. It's because you believe in yourself. And that's absolutely awesome. Mr. Jordan, are you done chatting there? Good man. Are you done chatting? Are you done chatting? Okay. Anyway, so Mom, I have another question for you now.
Okay.
Now that you have this sort of information, right? How are you going to use it so that it benefits you in the future? How can you use this information so that it benefits you in the future?
Hopefully you've got that mandate, that manual available, and it
Yeah.
is the ambassador's journey. And I think I would pass it on to everyone else. But no,
Okay,
I'm joking.
okay.
How this information helps me in the future is, you made me see something so minuscule, like I could plan a holiday and see how I can get there. So now this visualization, this believing in myself, believing I can do this has gotten me to a point that eventually I'm looking in about, well, to set it up in about 2 or 3 years, but to
Okay.
actually start my company and sit back and have other agents work for me.
That's really cool. That's really cool. So when you are hiring agents, I just want to show you this now, right? So when you are hiring agents and building your team, what is the information that you will give them?
Ambassador's journey.
Okay. Okay, but okay, cool. That's great. Yes, that's a win. That's a win. Okay, cool. So Mr. Jordan has responded. I'm gonna read out what he has said. He says, "Yes, man, I do agree with what you're saying about my change of character. You know that in the past, people used to tell me my self-confidence was arrogance, so I used to sort of hide it and to not look arrogant. That's okay, cool. No, okay, we'll get to that now. But now I realize that I can't worry about what people think and believe in my strengths and what I'm capable of and let that guide me." That's really cool, dude. That's really cool. So Jordan is basically saying that he used to hide his self-confidence, or he used to hide the idea of self-confidence because of what people said. Right. And it's again what we spoke about. It's about variables. Don't trust variables. Don't trust it. Even I am a variable in your ability to succeed. Tevin Blignout is a variable. I'm being honest because I might be busy. I might decide, no, I'm chilling with my son today. And then the thing that I needed to do for you goes down the drain. Right. So if you look at what Mr. Jordan is saying, that's absolutely powerful, man. Your mind was able to shift from caring about what other people think to rather caring about what you think about yourself. Right. And if you look at what Kanye West says, this is exactly what he's saying. The life that you experience, right? That life is based on the perception that you have of yourself. So if you see yourself as someone who is gold, if you see yourself as someone who is valuable, right? If you can see that for yourself, that's exactly what you'll be putting out into the world. You'll be putting out your value. But as long as you have the idea of, no, I need to be validated by people, I need to be validated by things, those things change. And so will their validation. So, Mom, let's get back into you now and your crazy success that you're experiencing now. Something that I want to understand, right? So now you have this knowledge now. How do you pass this knowledge on to the next person without the ambassador's journey? How would you do it? How would you do it? So let's say Dean, right? Let me give you an example. So let's say Dean has this amazing idea. He really does, and it's really powerful. What would you tell him now with the knowledge that you have? What would you tell Dean?
3 words. Go for it.
Okay. Go for it. Okay,
go
cool.
For it.
Why?
Trust yourself
Why?
and go for it. Because
okay,
you know what? It's so true. I'm 51 years old now. And for me to have figured out everybody else doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Whether you fail or whether you succeed at it, it's your failure, it's your success. And nobody matters. And
Wow.
a lot of the times, um, I've kind of like, my daughter calls me a people pleaser,
Yeah.
and I've
Yeah.
scrapped that. I've scrapped that. I
Wow.
am no longer a people pleaser. What you see
Mm.
is what you get. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do me.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's crazy. Well done.
I know.
Well done. And okay, so now that you have that, right? How has that changed? So this mindset of screw people, I'm gonna do what I want to do. What has that done for your emotional stability? What has that done for
Oh
your,
gosh.
yeah,
Oh
tell us
gosh.
about that. Tell us about
You
that.
have no idea. I mean, I'm so amped about every day. I wake up and I'm excited because okay, what to do today?
Yeah.
And you have setbacks,
Mhm.
daily life setbacks and that kind of thing.
Yes.
But it doesn't deter me. I
Wow.
wake up and I say, okay, I got to get out there. I've got to do this, and I've got to do it for me. Um,
Wow.
and yeah,
That's really
it's
cool.
it's changed. I want to say it's changed so much in me. It's
Mm.
it's really changed so much in me. I kind of feel like um, and maybe it's the age thing as well. At
Yeah.
51, you kind of feel like screw everything. I'm just gonna do me, you know. But
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm not I'm happy. I'm really happy with where I'm at. I mean, with myself, I'm happy with
Yeah.
myself. Yeah.
Wow. That's really cool. And it's not foreign, right? This idea that you just mentioned now about because I'm 50, now I'm at an age where I'm like, screw everyone. There's a reason why in the past, right? If you look at previous generations, successful businesses really only started at about 50. The person was
Yep.
55 when they started their empire. The person was 50. I'll give you an example. KFC, Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders.
60.
Was he 60 years old when he started his empire?
60.
So he
Yep.
learned what you've learned now at 51. He only learned that at 60. And
Yeah.
look at what he was able to accomplish in the time that he had since discovering that information.
Absolutely.
That actually makes me so excited to see what it is that you are going to be building now because you have this knowledge now.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Well done. Well done. Okay,
Wait
so
and watch.
wait and watch. Okay, cool. That's really exciting. When we do get to stage number 3 of the ambassador's journey, we're actually going to give you the manual where you will know how to build your own personal brand. So by the time that stage is done, the brand of Layla will be out there. It will be real. It will be existing and breathing, which is really exciting.
Perfect.
So I definitely think, okay, cool. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Something else that I want to find out, Mr. Jordan, if maybe you can give us your input as well, right? From an emotional point of view, um, what has this done for you? What has this done for you having the self-confidence now from an emotional point of view? Because remember, the human body, if I can just get all technical and sciencey, right? The human body it's very emotional, right? So the emotions is basically triggered by chemical reactions. The chemical reactions are triggered by your senses. So whatever you are experiencing right now, the body will release chemical reactions and that will give you an output, which will either be a positive reaction, a negative reaction, whatever the case may be. So one way to actually safeguard against your emotions is by protecting your mind. And so by having this idea that you are in absolute control of you, you are in absolute control of you. You are not in control of the environment. That has nothing to do with you. And this is actually very important. And it explains why people are able to be successful regardless of where they come from, regardless of their life experiences. They are still able to be successful, which is a game changer. Right. So if people can learn how to protect their minds, if they can learn how just to develop positive concepts about self, about who they are and who they want to be, right? That's actually the thing that can control and change whatever needs to change around them, right? So what I'm trying to say is this, right? Um, Never mind the chemical reactions and that sort of thing. What I'm trying to say is this: if you can learn how to motivate yourself, if you can learn how to believe in yourself, right? Whatever you learn, whatever you are now believing, that's the thing that will come forth. That's the things that you will begin to express, right? Because that's the things that come from the mind. That's the thing that goes to the heart, and whatever is on the heart will be expressed through action, right?
Absolutely.
Without sounding philosophical there. So, in order for you to change your outside experience, what do you need to do now, mom? So let's say we're talking to Dean again, who has this amazing idea. Let's just say things are not going well. What advice can you give to Dean? How can you change his perception of self so that it actually creates an external reaction as well?
Oh gosh, okay. You want me to give him advice? I don't know if
Yeah.
I can do that, but just to believe in himself, believe in his product, and you know what? Whatever he is embarking on, he's got to be he's got to believe in his product. He's just got to believe in his product, and obviously, all new products and promotions and it all has hiccups. So I think
Mm.
he's got to go with it. He's got to go with. But you know, even if you hit a brick wall, you've got to like fight through that wall and say, hey, you know what?
Mm.
Maybe it's time to buy an axe, or maybe it's time
Mm.
to buy a hammer, whichever one would
Okay.
work better.
Okay. So I have a question now because it just came to my mind. We had a conversation on the weekend, I think, right?
Mhm.
And the conversation was about competition, entering into a flooded market. So now I have my own opinion, yeah, right? And we only have 6 minutes to go. Um,
Yeah.
so my opinion is that competition is a theory. It's something that people made up. It doesn't exist. That's what I believe. What do you think about that, Mom? So let's say we have someone who's in a flooded market, as you mentioned. If you have self-confidence, does that really matter?
The competition.
Yeah,
Oh no, you actually have to. You know what? To in the property industry, it is flooded,
yeah.
like I
It's
said
flooded,
to you.
yeah,
But
yeah,
you gotta put your blinders on. You don't see. Okay, so I just to give you an example,
yeah.
I brought out this 30-day campaign,
Mm,
and one of the other, well, she's also very long in the agency, but I won't drop any names.
yeah.
She came up on Facebook, and she started something very similar. So this is what
Okay.
the competition it does.
Yeah.
It you know, you come up with something new, it's not yours anymore. Someone else will steal it. So you've
Okay.
got to just put on the blinders and say, hey, let her do her thing. I'm doing mine.
Wow, well done. I'm gonna then clap there
Thank
because that is
you.
so important. And this is great because last week, right, we were having a discussion on the mastermind and how certain people had experiences with their mastermind that didn't like turn out well. They'd start the idea and they found that their mastermind takes the idea and actually goes and apply it themselves, like robbing them of the idea. So
Yeah.
the conversation that I had with this person afterwards was, okay, cool. They stole your idea. That's fine. It won't work still. I can tell you why it won't work. It's because it's not their
100%.
idea. It's yours. You know exactly
Absolutely.
how to execute this thing. You came up with it. It's yours. So because it's yours, right? Only you will know exactly how to execute it. So people can come, they can copy and paste what it is that you want to do. They can steal your idea. They can steal even the blueprint of the idea, right? They
Mhm,
can steal even the blueprint of the idea, but it won't work because it's not
mhm.
theirs. And I love what you said now, mom. You said, like, just keep your blinders on and keep going. Keep going,
Yeah.
keep going. That's
That
powerful.
is
So,
that
yeah,
is absolutely amazing, Dean. What you just said now, that
yeah.
people will come in and you will have disruptions and all of that, but you just got to stay focused and know that, you know what, I'm busy building Dean.
Wow. Okay, cool. So I want to read Mr. Jordan's statement. I think after this we can close it. So Jordan is saying, I totally agree with you, bro. Because when I look back at where I came from, my past, sorry, I should have been a major success by now. But because life happened to me and all these outside forces started getting involved and changed the way I see things. Now I've began to remember that, now I began to remember that side of myself and started focusing on what I'm capable of
Wow.
and planning my steps towards the goals I want to achieve and not letting anything get in my way. Then he says, focus, focus, focus. That's it. That's the ultimate
Brilliant.
key to success right there. Focus. If you have, put your blinders on, people, put it on. Screw what other people are saying. Screw the opinions of other people. You have a dream, go after your dream. It's not people's responsibility to validate your dream. Remember that. As soon as you can get rid of that mindset, you are going to be 1,000 times better, 1,000 times more productive, 1,000 times more impactful than you'll ever be. You don't need people's validation. You must validate your own dream, and eventually people will begin to buy into your dream. That's it. Okay. I don't know,
Perfect.
Mom, is there anything else that you want to say? One more thing
No.
before we close?
No,
Nothing.
I'm cool.
Okay, cool. Mr.
Oh,
Jordan,
I just
you're
wanted to
taking...
say thank
Yeah?
you.
Okay,
Just
power.
wanted to say thank you.
Great stuff. Thank you for... I please also, by the way, need feedback from the session. So please type it out so I can put it as my status. I would appreciate that. And yeah, that's it, people. Thank you so much for joining. Well done for investing in yourself. Well done. Time is also a form of capital. It is also a form of capital. So well done for investing in yourself. And yeah, that's it. Peace out, people. We'll see everyone tonight. Peace out.
Thanks for that too.